Hi guys, how are you? I hope you're good. And yeah, it's been a while. It's nice to be back on here again and just link up with you through a video. And outside here it's a bit rainy. It's been a little bit up and down, the weather. It's actually been quite cold in terms of the wind. We've had some cold winds, especially in the morning and in the evenings, and almost a little bit autumn-like for August. So I really feel that it's almost as if autumn has come early, though sometimes it gets quite warm during the day, which is nice. And it's actually just about to be my holiday. I'm going to France, and I'm looking forward to some warmer weather down there, and hopefully there'll also be a little bit of cycling. So but what inspired me to come on today was a podcast that I heard the other day with Emilio Ortiz and Gaia Chinaya, I think her surname is, and I found it really interesting because they were talking about the shift that is happening at the moment and how we react to things. I'll post a link to the podcast in the description below. But it really made me reflect a bit, because I have myself been looking for words and ways of expressing how do we react to all the things that are going on at the moment, especially the negative things, the confusions, the atrocities, all the turmoil that is happening, and still feel that we are holding the light, that we are not being sort of pulled into the whole drama of everything. And so one thing that I picked up, and which corresponds to, if you've listened to Abraham Hicks, this question that sometimes comes up from the audience: how do you set boundaries as opposed to allowing? How do you say no to something and still not create a resistance? And there Gaia Chinaya mentioned something about responding with softness rather than hardness. So and that really resonated with me a lot, because this is how I've intuitively found that I prefer to react to things, and especially if I do not agree, if I feel that I am not resonating with something, to react in a way where, in some sense, when you react with softness, you still allow things to flow. So that is a sort of opposite with softness and hardness. Whereas if you react to certain things with hardness, then what often happens is it creates more resistance, and you are attracting more of that into your life, and you sort of give more energy to that. And so the softness is a way of life. It's a way of approaching life also when we've got a lot of contrast in our lives, and especially when we have that, because what often happens if we experience contrast, for example, if we suddenly lose a friend, or if we lose a job, if suddenly we have to move and it is not something that we have decided, what often happens is that we sort of react with a sense of hardness. We sort of start to do something. We start to look for another job, or say if it's a different partner, if it's a partner that has left us, we might look for another partner very forcefully, or equally if we suddenly have to move. There's a lot of different things that needs to be done, and we are doing that very reactively in some sense, which is the hard way. But if we respond with softness, we then take some moment to just like sit into that moment of contrast. We sit into that moment and feel it, and just let it be what it is, and feel that loss or void or what it is, and let the universe do its bit. Let the universe present things or situations to us that may take us in, towards some kind of solution, not necessarily the one we thought about, but one that that in some way may actually benefit us more, and this is where we then open up for the allowing energy to flow to us.